Welcome back to another video, everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to smoke test your STI or WRX. This procedure probably works well on other platforms also. Just so happens I have a STI, so this is the platform I'll be showing you on. One thing to note about a smoke tester is that you can also smoke test for exhaust leaks. You can use a smoke tester to test for leaks in your home, so it's a pretty versatile tool to have overall. As far as the exhaust goes, I won't show you how to do that today, but just it's easy enough to talk about. If you have checked for exhaust leaks, you plug all the outlets to your exhaust save for one. You can use rags, whatever. Get your tester nice and hot and smoky. Stick it in your tailpipe, surround it with a rag, and check for exhaust leaks. One thing to note on like a STI or WRX, if you're running a stock location turbo or even rotated, that smoke will fill the exhaust system all the way up, and you can see if you have downpipe leaks, whatever. It's pretty handy to have. As far as checking for vacuum leaks go, that's what we're going to focus on today. You know, some issues with a vacuum leak. If you searched out this video, you probably got an erratic idle, or your air fuel corrections or something are way out of whack, stalling at stoplights, yada yada. It's all kinds of myriad of issues that can happen from a vacuum leak, and a smoke tester just allows you to find that leak a little bit more easily so you can correct the problem faster. I'll show you the smoke tester I use, kind of walk through the steps and show you how to actually test it. So as far as the smoke tester I use, it's an Autoline Pro. It comes with a regulator, air regulator, and it's got these little jumper cables you hook to your battery, positive, negative, where it gets the power from. And what it is, this one's hot right now. I've had it on for 10-15 minutes, which that's about how long it takes to heat it up completely to get good smoke out of it. But all it is inside's a little heating element, and it's got a little marble in there. You fill mineral oil up past the marble. It saturates that heating element and creates the smoke once it gets hot. So obviously this thing is really hot when it's in use, so you don't want to touch it, and you want to put it on a surface that can handle the heat. And the regulator runs at 1 psi so as to not blow any seals or anything out. And what I do, I know some people cap their inlets, but the first thing is you obviously got to remove your full airbox intake, and then I just cap it with a rubber glove and a zip tie. And I'm going to use this port right here on the turbo inlet to fill the intake tract with smoke. So I shouldn't have any not exhaust leaks. I shouldn't have any vacuum leaks, hopefully. If I don't, then we'll create one so you can see kind of how the smoke works. One thing to note, I have to leave the lights on for video purposes, but I typically do vacuum leak checks and all the tests using the smoke kind of in the dark, and just use a wand light to check side to side for leaks. It's a little bit easier to see the smoke, you know, because sometimes smoke's harder to see when it's thin in a light setting. So let's get the air on, and I'll get it hooked up, and we'll see if we got any leaks. So the air's hooked up, and you can see the type of smoke that it puts out. So we get this on here. Clear some of this excess out of the way. Look, see, I got some smoke around the glove here, but that's to be expected. I don't see any, so we should be good. If you did have one, let's say I'll create one, but it should hiss and make noise like a vacuum leak will. If you have one really bad under hood, it kind of it'll show itself occasionally. If you pop the hood, you can hear a little hiss or so. So we'll create a vacuum leak and do another test. So we got our line hooked back up, and this time I created a vacuum leak. I used my fuel pressure regulator reference hose. Come over. I don't know if you can see that or not. See that smoke coming out of it? So say we created a vacuum leak, so that's why I say now we have smoke coming out of there, and we're hooked up over here. It's just, you know, definitely a handy tool.
especially if you've got some issues with vacuum leaks and idle situations.
So hopefully this video helped you out a little bit. I understand vacuum leaks are a pain in the hind end because they're hard to find and usually cause a little bit of annoying issues like with the idle and such. You know, so let's say it's a relatively simple process. One thing to note this setup is you could probably do this this style of smoke tester yourself if you wanted to piece it all together for 15-20 bucks. I think this one was like 60 off eBay or something like that. It's basically just a paint can with a heating element in it. Anyway, if you found the video helpful, please leave a like. We'll catch you in the next one.